Hey guys, this is Sandy Sills. I am with BEX Realty here in Central Florida. I cover Orlando and surrounding areas like Kissimmee, Clearmont, Davenport, Champions Gate. If you're new to the area, you probably only think of Orlando, but there's a lot of different areas surrounding Orlando. Once you start living here, you realize how the areas actually operate. I lived in New York for a long time, from 1989 to about 2012. 2012 is when I actually moved into Orlando, but we were coming here from 2003 as vacationers. So we fell in love with the area, decided to relocate, and then once I live here, I realized so many people actually relocate to this area, right? So I decided to do a series of videos on different topics that would interest someone if they were looking to relocate and not know the area that well. And a rent with option to buy is one of the things that is a great way to move in the area, get to learn the area, but not obligate yourself and purchase a property, obligate yourself into a neighborhood or a home that you're not really sure of. So this topic is going to be how much money do you need, how much down payment would be needed if you do a rent with option to buy. I have a series of videos on my channel that discuss the whole rent with option to buy program, how it works, what are the criteria, what are the rules. I'll touch on a few of them in this video, but if you want to know more, go ahead and definitely watch the other videos on how to do a rent with option to purchase. Our rent option to purchase program, we actually are working with Home Partners of America. It's a company that works in the state of Florida. It's not in every state. I know at this point it's not yet in New York. I'm not sure if they're going to be in New York, but it's not yet there. So Florida is one of the states that they do. They also do Texas. So this program allows you to rent with the option to purchase the home without obligating you to the home. So I'm going to real quickly, the program is where you would, if a home is available for sale, like in Central Florida, there's not many homes available for rent. They're mostly available for sale. So if you fell in love with a home and it's available for sale, but you weren't ready to purchase the property yet, American Home Partners will come and purchase the property and then rent it back to you with the option to purchase. So how much down payment would you need for that? Not a lot. The only down payment you need is the same down payment that you would use if you were renting a home, which means 1 month security, 1 month's rent, right? The security deposit would be 1 month's rent, and then you continue. You start with your monthly rent once they purchase the home and it's time for you to start living there. But because it's a rent with the option to buy program, they do have a stipulation where up to a certain amount of maintenance you would do. So for an example, and this is an example only, because the figures change a lot based upon the home. So as an example, let's say they say, okay, we're going to rent you the home with the option to purchase. And if the home need any repairs up to $1,000, you could do it. If it's anything $1,000 or more, then we will step in and we will do those repairs. Okay? So most of the time with rent with option to purchase, they do have that stipulation. That figure though varies. So this is just as an example. It could be if the home need repairs up to $500, it's your responsibility. Anything over $500 is our responsibility during the course of you renting the home from them. Now, when you rent the home from them, you could do it up to 5 years, but they do not give you a 5-year lease. There's no 5-year lease. They give you a yearly lease up to 5 years. Each time the lease expires, you don't have to renew it. You have the option to renew and continue or to leave. So if you are living in a home and you're like, I don't like this house for whatever the reason is, I don't like this neighborhood, I don't want to stay in this house anymore, even though it's a rent with option to purchase, as long as the lease ends, you have the right. You could move to another home or buy another home altogether. However, if you decide to stay in this house, then the lease would end each year and it would renew the next year, right? And it does that for 5 times. They do tell you upfront how much your rent would be year to year, because each year the lease expires, the rent is going to increase, and you know this going in upfront. They also tell you what the purchase price would be for the property based upon when you buy it. So if you buy it in year 1, they give you the price. Year 2, they give you the price. Year 3, year 4, up to year 5. Obviously, if you buy it in year 1, it will be cheaper than if you buy it in year 5. So if you rented the home from them and you bought it at the end of the first year, the house will be cheaper than if you buy it at the end of the 5 year, because the premise is the house is going to appreciate. Now, what if the house doesn't appreciate? What if the economy falls and it gets bad? I don't know. That would be a negotiating tool there. They may or may not lower that price, but then you also have the option to buy or not buy that home, right? So you do have that option to go. This is a great way of getting into the neighborhood that you want to get in, or into a development that you want to get in, but you're not quite ready to buy yet because you still want to live in the neighborhood and figure out if that's what you really want to be. It's also a good option if you're looking to purchase a home, but you're not ready yet because you're still saving up the down payment, or because you're still fixing your credit, or you're not ready to commit to a home yet, whatever the reason is. So the only down payment you would need for a rented option to purchase is 1 or 2 months security, and then starting your monthly rent, right? So if your rent will be $2,000 a month, you need 1 month security, which is $2,000, and then you start living. That's all you need. What a great option. It's a perfect option if you're relocating into the area, because there's a lot of money to move and all this stuff, and you might not be sure. So if you want to, like, say, rent for a year before you make a commitment to purchase, this would be a great way. And this is a great company to work with, and they give you all the information up front. Now, what to do if you wanted to join the program? All you'd have to do is send us an email, and we will send you an invitation to join the program. And once you join the program, there's no obligation. Once you join the program, you get into their website and you see all the information that you need, everything that I'm telling you and more. And then if you decide to proceed, you also see all the homes. So all the homes that's on the program is the same homes that are on MLS. The same homes that are on MLS is the same homes that are on Zillow.com, Trulia, Realtor.com. Same houses feeding from the same feed, because every home that goes on the sale for, every property that goes on the market for sale with a realtor goes in our MLS. From our MLS, they have this thing called the IDX feed, which feeds into all these different websites. Well, American Home Partners have the same feed. So from MLS, it feeds in their website. And on their website, you're able to see the purchase price of the property and what the rent would be. So you know for sure. Once you qualify for the program, meaning you have a combined income of over $48,000 per year, and your credit score is 575 or more, then based upon your income, they will tell you how much rent you would qualify for, because they want to make sure that you're going to be able to afford the rent, and not mess up, obviously. So they'll tell you, okay, based upon the information you give us, we could do a rented option to purchase with you for a rent of $2,000 per month, let's just say. Then you'd go on the website, or anywhere you go, you could go on their website, and you could search rent between $1,500 to $2,000 to see what kind of homes you would get, right? Even if you found a home on Zillow or Truly or Realtor.com or anywhere on the internet, you could still take the address from that website, put it into their website, and it will exactly tell you what the rent would be, as long as the property is not priced over $400,000. Okay, that's the only kicker. Now, I invite you to subscribe to this channel, because, as I said, I'm doing a bunch of series on different real estate tips and rent with option to buy, purchasing new construction, how to purchase a home, mistake buyers makes, all these different videos. The videos on this channel is all about real estate, how to purchase it, because I'm a licensed realtor, right? All right, so we invite you to subscribe to the channel. We're gonna have a bunch of links on this video in the bottom, where you could send us an email, ask any questions, go on our website and explore this more, okay? Again, this is Sandy, and I'm a licensed realtor here in Central Florida. I'm also licensed in New York, but I try to avoid New York in the wintertime. Okay, bye guys.